What's in her name? A lot if you ask royal fans. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has made a surprising statement in her new Netflix series, With Love, Meghan. Speaking to actor and comedian Mindy Kaling, she referred to herself as Meghan Sussex. But this hasn't gone down well with royal watchers. British royal fans argue that Sussex isn't a surname at all, but rather a courtesy title granted to Meghan through her marriage to Prince Harry. So is she wrong, and why has this turned into yet another royal controversy? Let's break it down. In the second episode of her Netflix show, Meghan was making sandwiches with Mindy when Kaling casually referred to her as Meghan Markle. Meghan quickly corrected her, saying, and I quote, "It's so funny that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know, I'm Sussex now." End quote. She went on to explain that sharing a family name with her husband and children, Prince Harry, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet, was more meaningful than she had initially realized. She said, and I quote, "You have kids and you go, I share my name with my children. I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go. This is our family name." End quote. She later told People magazine, and I quote, "It's our shared name as a family, and I guess I hadn't recognized how meaningful that would be to me until we had children. I love that it is something that Archie, Lily, H, and I all have together. It means a lot to me." End quote. But not everyone agrees with this interpretation. The moment Meghan made her statement, royal fans took to social media to push back, claiming that Sussex is not her legal last name. One user on X argued, and I quote, "Her name is not Meghan Sussex. Her name is technically Rachel Mountbatten Windsor. Sussex is a county in England and a part of a courtesy title, not her last name." End quote. Another added, and I quote, "Duchess of Sussex is a title she holds only through marriage. It is not a surname, and I'm quite sure she doesn't have Meghan Sussex on her California driver's license." End quote. Others criticized Meghan for the way she corrected Kaling, calling it unnecessary and dismissive. But what's the real deal? Technically, no. When Meghan and Harry got married in 2018, Queen Elizabeth granted them the titles Duke and Duchess of Sussex. However, royal titles are not the same as last names. Meghan and Harry's children, Archie and Lilibet, were given the legal surname Mountbatten Windsor as confirmed by their birth certificates. This follows royal tradition, as the late Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip decided that their direct descendants would carry this surname. In March 2023, Meghan and Harry began using their children's royal titles, Prince Archie of Sussex and Princess Lilibet of Sussex. But this still doesn't mean Sussex is a surname in the legal sense. Even Prince William and Prince Harry didn't use a fixed last name growing up. They were known as William Wales and Harry Wales in school and in the military based on their father's title, Prince of Wales. Unlike commoners, British royals don't always use a surname. Instead, they're typically identified by their title or by the royal house they belong to. The official royal website states, and I quote, "Members of the royal family can be known both by the name of the royal house and by a surname, which are not always the same, and often they do not use a surname at all." End quote. For example, King Charles was once Prince of Wales and was simply known as Charles Wales. Prince William's children were called George Cambridge and Charlotte Cambridge at school when he held the title of Duke of Cambridge. Now, as Prince of Wales, William's children may eventually use the last name Wales. However, none of these are legal surnames in the traditional sense. While Meghan's choice to call herself Meghan Sussex is unconventional, it's not unheard of. Royals have used their titles as informal last names in specific settings, such as in schools or in military records. But critics argue that using Sussex as an actual last name, especially in a formal conversation, could misrepresent royal naming traditions. Ultimately, this is yet another case of Meghan Markle making a personal choice that ruffles royal feathers. Whether it's stepping back from royal duties, discussing family tensions, or now redefining how she identifies, Meghan remains a divisive figure in royal circles. One thing is clear, this debate isn't going away anytime soon.